anyone who watched Tom Aspinall work in training and during his amateur and early pro career felt like they were looking at a future UFC heavyweight champion. Tom Aspinall has every skill you would want from a big man. Moves exceedingly well. His speed is going to be a real problem in theory for the opposition tonight. And most of these heavyweights just are not as fleet of foot. That says nothing of his grappling game. This is the longtime grappling coach for Team Calvon. He has every skill in his mixed martial arts arsenal. And scary proposition for the rest of the heavyweight division. Can't get worse. And the accolades have continued to pile up for one of the best heavyweights in the world, Stipe Miocic, and rightfully so. Of course, who can forget when he wrested the belt away from Fabricio Verdum in Brazil at UFC 198, and then what he did after the fact against Alistair Overeem and Junior Dos Santos put him on a pedestal as truly one of the best heavyweights of all time.
And it should, because when you have those types of names on your resume, you will be considered one of the greatest fighters the division has ever seen. Stipe has the ability to win fights in a number of ways. Unbelievable boxer, has great footwork, but also was a Division I level wrestler at Cleveland State University.
Fights fires pretty well, too.
He's really good at that. Yes, I went to the firehouse, and it's intense as it comes.
Stipe Miocic, he has graced the octagon. It means we are ready to go with our main event of the evening. And now our tale of the tape for this heavyweight fight. The veteran voice of the octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Tom Aspinall. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the former UFC heavyweight champion, Stipe Miocic.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready. Good.
All right, early round action here. We have seen Stipe Miocic invest in the body, attack the body in previous fights to great effect. And, you know, he's pretty tight-lipped in our fighter meetings, as you can attest, DC. But certainly he feels like the body is going to be there tonight if he can invest in it early. Oh, doing work with the jab.
Fighters committed to the head kicks. That one landed. Great commitment to the kicking game.
All right, early action here in the heavyweight division, and there's Stipe Miocic finding a home for that full right hand early.
He does it really well. He baits you into throwing something, and the moment you throw, he slips and he lets the right hand fly. He did it constantly against Francis Ngannou in the first fight. It has become one of his better strikes throughout his UFC career.
Oh, nice jab by Miocic, split the guard beautifully there. Head kick attempt, but the fighter got the right hand up. Oh, beautiful handwork there from Stipe Miocic. His head coach, Marcus Marinelli, really feels like during this training camp, Stipe took his boxing to the next level.
You don't really stand after you take a head kick like this. That is such toughness to even be on his feet right now.
Factor right now. Did they inject something into his face, or is he just swollen from the strikes?
Swollen from the strikes, man. Guy taking a couple shots. You never know which one is going to start to make you get damaged. Something good landed, and now you see the swelling start.
So pretty good recovery by the opponent after getting stoned. Pretty good. Got to capitalize on those opportunities.
I mean, you can't wait for these opportunities. You don't get them as often as you'd like. You get a guy hurt, you got to find a way to finish the fight.
Just misses with the straight right. All right, so a good job by him here. He continues to block these shots. Seems to see them coming a mile away.
He sees them coming a mile away, and he blocks it. He's rolling the slipper. He's doing a great job.
Well, you know he's tougher than I am, right? But this man has absorbed so much damage upstairs that I wouldn't be surprised to see the referee call in the doctor at some point.
But at some point, you got to take a look at it.
And now his opponent in a world of trouble.
Such a sneaky head kick. He did not recognize it was high, and now he's got him hurt bad.
And now a left.
That was landed clean. Oh my goodness, what a right hand.
Under 2 minutes now to go in round one.
Oh, that right hand barely missed there.
Takedown defense holds up.
Oh, big elbow.
Nice punch there by Miocic. Split the guard beautifully there. Lands that elbow on the inside. The takedown is not there. Well, you gotta think it's only a matter of time. Yup, referee stopping the action here. That swelling is getting out of control. This might be the end, DC.
It's bad. I mean, it's a lot of swelling. And it's the damage that he has taken over the course of the fight that is making him swell to a point that I don't know if he can continue.
And it looks as though he is going to allow the fighter to continue. So a nice pop from the crowd as that decision is made. He's got to go for it now.
Ready.
All right, so the ringside position has made his way back to his seat. The referee gets the action back underway. The fans are excited this fight's going to continue.
Absolutely. And I'm just as excited myself. I want to see these guys compete. I want to see who wins. I don't want it to stop because of a cut. I want to see the best fighter get their hand raised at the end of the night. Luckily, we get to try to do that. Oh, man, he's hurt.
Back to the feet. Aspinall's kick attempt, that one was blocked. Well, the strike lands there, but doesn't do a ton of damage because the fighter's cooked.
Yeah, he's done. He's thrown everything with absolute power. And now it does not matter how many times you jam on that X-Clip. It will not do any damage.
Well, when you absorb damage like this, you start to worry about a guy missing the rest of the year. At what point, if you're the referee, do you call in the ringside position?
Well, right now, I feel like a little bit ago, you could have called in the ringside position and no one would have cared because you look at him and you see that he has been thoroughly beaten, and tonight is just not his night.
Aspinall's got a cut on the forehead. Yes, he's bleeding now, so some work for the cut man in between rounds if we get there. Well, the swelling on his face is extreme at this point in time. I'm not sure that the doctor's going to let him continue here. Cut man hustling in, and he's going to apply that end swell quickly. Well, if you're the replay guy, a lot to like in that previous round. A lot of damage being inflicted.
Yeah, I mean, and look at the swelling now, John. He wasn't doing what he needed to do to move his head, and he's paying for it. You cannot allow for an elite-level mixed martial artist to connect at that rate and think that you will not be wearing the damage. He's wearing it now. I'm interested to see what changes he makes to give himself an opportunity.
Ready.
All right, let's get to round two. Beats a jab there. Stipe's chin is held up pretty well, all things considered here. Big left hook coming, it's blocked. Well, that strike right there, that full right hand, as you call it, has really become a trademark of Stipe Miocic on the feet. Kick there as it lands, and maybe time to get the bonus checks ready.
I mean, this fight is about done. He's got him hurt very bad with his head kick. Now he has to...
was that? Nice strike. All right, so the referee has called for the doctor. This could very well mean the end of the fight.
Yeah, the fight's over. There's too much damage. This fight needs to be done. Nope. Not able to let it.
That's the right call. That eye was essentially closed. You can't compete with one eye unless you're Michael Bisping, and that's the end of the fight.
And not everybody's Michael Bisping. Not everybody's that tough. Not everybody's that durable. But this guy could not see. He had one eye, and it was only going to get worse for him.
All right, let us re-rack some replays for you now. Exciting fight as long as it lasted, but ultimately so much damage accumulated upstairs and too much swelling for the doctor.
I mean, it was nasty. You could see him growing a second forehead from all the swelling that he was taking. He was damaged, he was bruised, and he was getting that area of his body targeted over and over again. The referee had no choice but to get the physician to take a look at it.
And here once more, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, the doctor has called a stop to this fight. Declaring the winner by TKO,
All right, so a big win by stoppage.